I am Angella Sharpe, and welcome to the Daily Mix. So glad you could join me again. Now, if this is your first time to check out the Daily Mix, let me tell you what it's all about. Somebody's coming to St. Louis, I'm going to tell you about it. All the events you definitely need to check out, I've got that too. So basically, it's all the good gossip going on in the Lou. I'm going to keep you posted on all that. You know, February 16th is President's Day, and a lot of people like that holiday, mostly because they usually get a day off work. But who is your favorite president? I think I like Abe Lincoln, but only really because of the hat. Because I just think you have to be really cool to pull off like a top hat. I mean, if you saw somebody walking around the street today with a top hat on, you would either think really cool or crazy, right? Well, I've got some fun President's Day facts for you, right? John F. Kennedy was the first president who was a Boy Scout. So if you're not a Boy Scout, that's okay. You can still be a president. James K. Polk, he was the first president to have his photograph taken while in office. That's kind of cool, right there. There he is. And William Henry Harrison died just 32 days after becoming president. And get this, he died from a cold he got while standing in the rain giving his, hey, I'm here speech. So there's a lesson, don't give speeches in the rain. Now, there's been some interesting news in the, world of talk shows. Jon Stewart is leaving The Daily Show. This comes along with like everybody who's leaving. Jay Leno left twice, and then David Letterman's leaving. Craig Ferguson left, which was so sad because he was like my favorite. Well, now Jon Stewart has announced he is leaving. He said no talk shows will be up for him in the future. Actually, what he hated the most about that was the interview portion. It's crazy to me. I love interviewing people. Now, are you looking for something fun to do? Well, as we all know, there's Mardi Gras, there's Valentine's Day, but what about Fat Tuesday Light Up the Night Parade? That is Tuesday, February 17th at 5:30. The parade steps off from Broadway and Washington, and it's really cool. They've got lights on, a lot of the same floats that you would have seen at the Saturday Mardi Gras parade. But if you ask me, I've been in it quite a few times myself. It's actually a little bit more family friendly, this one is. There's less of the craziness. But if you're looking to get into craziness, there is a they're calling it an idiot run. They're actually running with shopping carts and then stopping at different locations to try to win different prizes. And of course, there's always your standard pub crawls. And if you're looking to get into like a 70s style theme, Omega Pi Nu Chi chapter. Gosh, I hope I got all those letters right. I was never one for the sorority, fraternity thing. Well, they're having their Mardi Gras 70s style at Lambert Airport, March 7th, 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. You can check out omegasoulplane.eventbrite.com. This is really cool. You get dressed up, you get in your 70s gear, and you get to drink and party in the airport. That's right. And there's no pre-screening checks or anything. You just get to have a really good time. So definitely check that out if you're looking for some 70s style Mardi Gras fun. Now, just a couple weeks ago on After the Mix, I had on the people from the Bacon Pet Parade, and Tony LaRussa was in town for that. He actually served as the Grand Marshal for the Bacon Pet Parade. Tony LaRussa, everybody knows who he is, right? He used to be the coach of your Cardinals. He also has his own pet foundation, ARF. He was there. He's never done it before. They asked him why. Well, he said he was just too busy getting ready for spring training. People came out. It was such a great weekend, such a wonderful weather. People came out in droves, dressed up their dogs. There was dog contest. I've actually emceed that event before myself, and it gets crazy, and it's a lot of fun. Tony actually told a little story about a cat that got lost in Busch Stadium. It was running around. He was the one who was able to capture it. He called animal control, but his wife told him she didn't like that idea. She thought they were going to kill him. So they called around to all these different shelters. They couldn't find anybody to take the cat. So who took the cat in? Tony and his wife. Gotta love it. All right, now I've got a St. Louis team that's inventing some cool stuff. The Hyde team they're outdoor enthusiasts, and they have developed the Wingman. This is the smallest, most versatile life jacket on the market. It'll be available in March. You can go to HydeWingman.com. It is the smallest life jacket. It's right there. It's really cool. The coolest thing about it is these are a bunch of friends that made this. They actually got together one night. They were drinking and fishing at a campfire, and they came up with this idea. Now, they said they will probably invent some more things, but they actually don't know what that's going to be yet. So if you are into that, you got to check that out. Plus, it's a St. Louis company, so definitely support them. HydeWingman.com. Now, the humpback whales are coming to the Science Center. Well, at least the film at the Science Center will be shown right there in the OmniMax Theater, and everybody loves the OmniMax, so you have to check that out. The humpback whales, really cool. You know, they almost became extinct. Now they're doing well, and they're called the most acrobatic of all the whales. You can check out an interview with Fred Sharpe. He's a whale expert and actually in the movie on Wednesday's Daily Mix with Andy. We'll actually also have the trailer for that movie on Wednesday, so stick around for that. You can go to slsc.org for information on that movie. All right, now I know you're looking for a job, and Missouri is one of the fastest growing states for tech jobs. And get this, it's in the top 10 of paying of tech jobs. So if you're in that industry, this is a great place for you to be. Now, if you're looking for a job, Unigroup is looking for a lead applicator engineer and a lead IT business analyst. So if this is something that you know how to do, check out unigroupinc.com and definitely apply for that. Like I said, St. Louis top 10 in the hiring of that. Definitely check that out. And if you're looking for other really cool hot jobs, you can check out jobs.mo.gov. Now, of course, we want to help you get that perfect job. So check out Danette Beckman. She has said, hey, hire me.
My name is Danette Beckham, and I am here to tell you why you should hire me. I have been an executive manager for over 10 plus years. I have worked within human resource, and right now my specialties are training, hiring, and recruiting. And some of my hobbies are networking and singing and dancing. So St. Louis, you should hire me.
All right, so if you want to hire Danette, her information's right there on the screen. Definitely give her a call. And do you need a job? Well, here's your chance to tell employers, well, they should hire me. And by me, I mean you, because I'm right here. You can send us an email at hireme@stltv.net. Tell us why we should hire you, what you do, and if we select you, you can come on in and you can film your segment. Now it's time to take it on back and check out Governor Nixon and the stadium proposal.
Much of downtown St. Louis has sprung to life. The North Riverfront has continued to decline. Factories once humming with activity have been vacant for decades. This is a historic opportunity to bring hundreds of millions of dollars in private investment to this area, build an iconic stadium that will stand the test of time, and transform these deserted streets into a thriving destination for residents, workers, tourists, and football fans.
Okay, there you go. So there's a really cool stadium idea for you. Now, if you just like putting your names on different stadiums, the St. Louis Blues have something really cool you could do. There's actually bricks you can purchase. Now, up front at the Scott Trade Center, they've got all our Hall of Famers. They're out there in statue, pretty cool. Well, you can purchase a brick, and over the next couple of years, they're going to remodel that whole area. You can write, maybe your name, Let's Go Blues, something really cool like that. You can put it on a brick, and you can lay it out there and kind of, put your piece on that. And of course, you need to check out the Blues because there's a lot going on this week with the St. Louis Blues. The Blues Tuesdays, they're called Blues Days. It's kind of Mardi Gras themed. There's bands inside a beer garden and a Mardi Gras theme going on. In addition to, the awesome hockey that you always get with the St. Louis Blues. You can check out stlouisblues.com for all that information. Now, usually this is where I, give you a little here's to you, where you can record your very special shout out. Well, nobody sent them in today, so this is what I need you to do. I need you to record your special shout out. Is it an anniversary, congratulating somebody on maybe a promotion, a birthday, anything like that? Take a video camera, you can take your cell phone, but pro tip, make sure you turn your cell phone horizontal. That way I'll take up all the screen. Video it, about 30 seconds or less. Go ahead and be crazy with it, just don't be too crazy. And send it us at here's to you @stltv.net. And we'll go ahead and get that on the air. How cool is that? You can be on the Daily Mix. So make sure you send those in soon. You want to give us about 24 hours in advance before you want something to play. Now, Mark Skippy Price, I don't know if you're going to know who he is. He was on Family Ties. He was Michael J. Fox's buddy on that show. Yeah, their crazy Coke bottle glasses. Well, he's going to be performing at Hey Guys Comedy Club in Fairview Heights on Wednesday, the 18th. Proceeds will benefit Hospice of Southern Illinois. You can check out, I said Illinois. Illinois. I know that better than that. You can check out HeyGuysComedy.com. He's been on a lot of shows, and he does a lot of comedy based on his, being a child star. So definitely check him out. Now, if you've been hanging out with me wondering who styled me today, that would be Fashion 8 Designs. They styled me today, and if you want anything that I'm wearing, you can go to the Galleria, the Buckle in the Galleria, and check them out. Thanks to them for helping me out. And you also need to check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. If you miss a show or just want to rewatch a show, you can watch us on all of those programs, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all that good stuff. Make sure you join us over there, like our pages. You can see what's going on. Who knows? Maybe we'll invite you to come on down. In fact, if you've got something you want to talk about, maybe something's coming up, like you're hosting a fashion show, or you make something really cool. There's a lot of very talented people in St. Louis, and they're looking to get their name out there. Go ahead and drop us a line at thedailymix@stltv.net. We definitely want to hear from you. And all that information is right there on the screen for you. Definitely check all of that out. And make sure you tune in again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. when Gita Cheatham brings you the latest in the Lou. She is going to be with you then. And of course, you can always stick around for After the Mix. And that is going to do it for right now in the Daily Mix. I will see you next time. Angella Sharpe, I'll see you next Monday. See you then.